Hi y'all. Welcome to Read Along with S.J. Daisy. Today we have a very special book. It is called Any Questions by Marie-Louise Gay. Now this book is extra special because it's unique. That means I've never seen another book like it anywhere. And it's also a little bit longer. So it's going to be read to you in different parts. Any questions? Now, I got my book from the library. If you can't get to the library, just read along with me. Or you can push CC for closed captioning. Or you might want to put this book on your wish list because it's just very unique. It's just a lot of fun, I think. It's one of the favorite ones I've come across. Oh, and there is a dedication to all the children with endless questions and to their parents, teachers, and librarians who try to answer them. It was put together by Groundwood Books, House of Anansi Press, and that was in Toronto and Berkeley. Any questions? By Marie-Louise Gay. Now looking at this picture here, can you kind of tell what it's going to be about? Just take a moment and look. What do we see? That's right, we see a table where someone works. And what kind of work do you think they do? That's right, there's paints and pencils and paper, and they've got things taped up around. So this is about a story about a person who makes storybooks. Yes, and this person must really know children because children do have lots of questions. Hence the name of the book. Any questions? Sometimes I daydream about when I was young. I was a very curious child. I always had a million questions about everything. Do bears talk? Where does rain come from? Why do cats have whiskers? Can I be a dog when I grow up? The list was endless. And look, when we look at her drawing here, she gives us some of the answers. This cat says, without whiskers, I couldn't fly. Well, I didn't know that. We learn something new every day. Cats need whiskers to fly. It says so right here. I talk when I have something to say. That's the tree. The tree talks only when he has something to say. Oh, and look at the doggy. I like being a dog. And the snail, do you see the snail? The snail says, nice weather. Now, I presume that the author of this book, when she was a little girl, looked a lot like this little girl right here, sitting there and pondering and drawing and wondering. Don't you reckon she had a lot of questions? She just told us she did, didn't she? When I met children in schools or libraries, I see that nothing has changed. Children are as curious as ever. They ask me questions all the time, lots and lots of questions. And why not? If you don't ask questions, how on earth will you get any answers? These look like some of the questions that the author gets when she goes to the library. Let's check them out. Do you like watermelons? What inspired you to write this book? How many blue caterpillars do you something? Do you have a pet rabbit? I do. Do you write all day from morning to night? Or do you have time to read or do other things? Something about an alligator. Which is your favorite book? Do you draw with a pencil? I like reading in the bathtub. Do you have a hamster? I have one. Where do your ideas come from? How did you learn to draw? How many books have you written? Can you write a story about me? Me too. I don't have any questions. I know everything. Oh, goodness, isn't there always one person who's grumpy like that? Can your cat fly? We might know the answer to that because we just read about it. Oh, mine can. Her cat can fly. What is your favorite color? Where does a story start? And over here, do you put a cat in every book? If you don't, you should. Do you notice who said that? You're right, the cat said it. How many books do you make in one day? Have you ever touched a snake? Oh, goodness. I think all the answers to these questions are in the very back of the book. Let's see. I don't have a hamster or a rabbit, but I do have a goldfish. My favorite color is purple. And sadly, my cat can't fly. Where does a story start? Now that's a good question. A story always starts on a blank white page like this. If you stare long enough at a blank piece of paper, anything can happen. By the way, the answers are all at the back of the book. Okay, that's where I got that information. I don't see anything, do you? No. I do. Look, this little child is seeing some things coming on the page. I know. You could write a story about a baby polar bear lost in a snowstorm. Let's put some penguins in the story. I love penguins. Wait for me. I want to be in the story. For example, a blank white page could become a snowstorm, just like she suggested. Penguins, uh-oh, I'm really lost. Do you see who said that? Looks like a polar bear. And this person says, it makes me a little dizzy. Isn't this a beautiful snowstorm? And all of this we're seeing right here on this page, it was a blank white page, and all this came when she added the pictures and a story started to develop. But what if my story started on old yellowish paper? Would it be different? Let's see. It makes me think of a story that happened 1,000,000 trillion years ago with gigantic dinosaurs. See the dinosaurs? And pterodactyls. Oh, look, there's the cat and the pig. I wish I could fly. Why don't you try? What if my paper was a sea blue? Uh-oh, it's a shipwreck story. See that? The little boy is in a boat. Or maybe a story purplish gray. Isn't this perfect snail weather? Oh, see the snail on top of that umbrella? Lovely gray, wet, and cold. We all want to be in this story, but we might need another umbrella. Or jungly green. What do you see in the jungly green one? I see a monkey. What else do you see? Or even midnight black. Ooh. It could be a horror story. Har, har, har. Ooh, look at that little child's teeth. Does every story start with a different color? That's a good question. Let's find out. Not always. Sometimes a story starts with words or ideas floating out of nowhere. Some words are captured and written down. Oh, look at this. These are some of the things she's written down. There's so many things. Étoile, that means star in French. Why did she throw this word out? It's my favorite. I like this idea. Let's keep it. Take your time and look here for a minute and see if any of these look exciting to you. A shy giant. If bears were bees. A fish riding a bicycle. Growl. While others get thrown out or carefully put away in a drawer for future use until slowly, a story emerges. Once upon a time, 1,000,000 years ago, or was it only yesterday, in a dark, green, mossy forest. Then suddenly, little scribbles and doodles appear here and there, between and around the words. Spots of color splash silently on the page and become shapes, characters, and ideas. Ooh, so many beautiful things to look at on this page. Once upon a time, 1,000,000 years ago, or was it only yesterday? In a dark, green, mossy forest, where the sun rarely shone and where the trees were so old that they could hardly walk, let alone dance, there lived a So, tell us, who lives in the forest? Who? Or what lives in the forest? There lived a... How come you don't know? You're the author. Why are you destroying my bedroom? I'm digging for ideas. Believe it or not, there are times when I don't have any ideas at all. My mind is a blank. Or worse, I might get an idea that doesn't fit into the story, like this one. Look, there's an elephant. There lived an elephant. Oh no, I'm allergic to elephants. Achoo! Looks like the cat's allergic too. So I have to use my imagination, try out new ideas. Let's see, what about a big bad wolf and 3 little pigs? A singing rabbit? Me, I can't sing. A ferocious snail? Me? You must be kidding. I know. How about a boy who can fly? A lost princess? Not another princess story. A powerful wizard? Take that, you slimy frog. Everyone knows that story. I've heard it 1,000,000 times. Or a cat who can't fly? Oh, there lived a... That's the end of part 1. Tune in next week for part 2. Thank you for joining me today with Read Along with S.J. Daisy and our most wonderful, magical, intriguing story. Any questions? By Marie-Louise Gay. Bye-bye.